Welcome to a place where spirituality and logics combine through organized vibrations. Experience the freedom of voice, individuality, and the correlation of purpose.
When we say the fake hip hop shit, we talking about the government.
If we don't do something as a culture, hip hop is not going to be ours anymore.
They keep playing that same song.
If you're going to talk about a revolutionary situation, you have to have people who are physically able to wage revolution.
Without further ado, open your minds to Organized Vibes. Your host.
Welcome. You're tuning into Organized Vibes. This is Lito. I'm accompanied by Boobz.
Hello.
Yes. Welcome. Now this is our first show. I want to say Happy New Year. It's 2018, so all those people that are still partying, obviously, catch up. You know what I'm saying? Catch up to us. We're working right now, so it's a nice Sunday morning. Perfect time to drop some knowledge. So we just want to give you an introduction of who we are. We are OV, Organized Vibes. We do provide truth, and all we do is just provoke thought and question what's really going on in the world. We provide nothing but facts. Nothing that we provide will be our own opinion. It's going to be nothing but the source. It's going to be nothing but the truth. So with that said, if there's any listeners out there that's sensitive at heart, that are not open-minded, you might as well click us off right now. If you join our show and you feel as if there's anything that you have deep down that you want to say, by all means say it. We will match you by your tone and frequency. If you feel as if you don't like a particular race, gender, or whatever, we encourage you to voice your opinion. Nothing will be taken personally.
Absolutely.
So if you come on here and you feel as if there's something that needs to be said, say it. There's no such thing on here as a hate crime or whatever you want to have you, or we just prejudiced or racist. It's being free. This is what Organized Vibes is all about, being free and being open. So today's show will be about, and it's going to be a touchy topic, but it will be about the LGBT community and them having a history of supporting pedophilia. In particular, NAMBLA. We also have a couple songs. We have a song from Wunda 845, Reality Check, off his, I believe it's his EP.
Nice.
Yeah, Rap What You Know. He's from Rockland County, New York. You know what I'm saying? My hometown. Whoop whoop. Not being biased, but we do have some nice artists over there. And we also have a song from Inno. He's from Brooklyn, New York. He has a single out, You Got It, man. And he definitely got that, man. That song is serious, and it's definitely moving. A lot of people's hearing it. But we also have a song from Noir, his single called Move, and it'll definitely make you move as well. So we have another song by an artist called Alan E. from Rockland County, New York. His song is, I think, Midnight Drive. Mm-hmm. I think, Midnight Drive off his Neo Heaven project. So we definitely have that in store. We also have, what else do we have?
We'll actually be discussing the possible fall of the U.S. dollar. In conjunction with some education about the petrodollar and what does that mean and how does that affect the U.S. dollar and ultimately how that affects our day-to-day life, right? And us who work every day, who are doing the normal things that we all do. When we talk about these things, we don't think, how will it affect me? Just because a lot of the times if it's not affecting us directly, we know the news, but we don't apply it to our own lives. So I think that's when it's time to really awaken the masses because it's going to get real. It's going to get real.
Definitely. All right. And I think that's pretty much it. Oh, yeah we have our little farewell to those people that we lost in the conscious community in 2017. We lost a lot of great ones. So we're going to have a little segment about that. And, and the things that we should leave in 2017. you know what I'm saying?
Oh, boy.
A lot of people want to be like, new year, new me, and still carry on the same habits. So,
That's right.
we're going to get into that. So, just to branch into the first topic, and we mentioned the LGBT community and their history supporting pedophiles, and as much people would want to sit back and say it's not true or they don't support them to this day, I have to beg to differ.
Well, I want to rewind for a second,
Okay.
and I want you to just briefly give the people your idea of the definition of what conscious means. And because I think a lot of the times people equate consciousness to be racial. And so,
I see.
they may think, to be conscious is to be black,
Be
right?
black.
And so I just would like to clarify that, because what we're doing here is trying to, like you say, awaken the masses. And before we go into it, I think it's important to just give a few definitions.
Okay. So you can definitely Google this. This is something that it's not my opinion. This is like I said from the beginning. This is not what we're saying personally. This is off what we research.
Yes, I think that's equally important.
Yeah, yes.
It's
Can't
very
stress that
important
enough.
to stress, because unless we're specifically asked, nothing that we say is going to be from our own personal thoughts, our own personal feelings.
Nada.
It's all gonna be that was good. It's all gonna be facts, meaning things that you can research, and ultimately we hope that you do really further look into what we're beginning to talk about today, because it really is about opening your mind, doing the research, and taking it even further than what we say today. So that's very, very important. All of these are facts. These are not anything that we've made up. It's all things that we've done our own personal research into.
And we're going to continue to stress that, because
Yes.
like a lot of people want to say they have ADHD and they can't focus for a long period of times, and that right there was just created a couple years, decades. You know what I'm saying? I didn't. I'm 30. About to turn 31 in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
I never heard about that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Well, that's a good one for another show for sure.
We have a lot to talk about.
I like that.
So as far as the definition of consciousness, all right, if you Google consciousness, it'll say it's a noun, the state of being awake and aware of one's surrounding.
Okay.
Okay, the awareness of perception of something by a person, and the fact of awareness by the mind of itself and the world.
Okay.
Now,
So break that down for me.
I mean, in layman's terms, you don't have to be black.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to break that down, because a lot of people think, oh yeah, I'm conscious, I'm awake. What are you awake to? And that's going to be another topic. You know what I mean? Like I said, we have a lot to talk about.
Yeah, and I think what's important to include there too, when we talk about consciousness, it's more than just knowing the information, coming into contact with the information, researching the information, however you want to put it. But it's more than just knowing. It's about
Being
what
aware.
are you going to do, being
Yeah,
aware.
being aware.
What do you do with that information as well?
Yeah, you definitely, and I feel as if it's our job. And this is another reason why this show has been created. It's our job to provide the underground information, whether it's music, entertainment, organizations, conspiracy. I don't believe in conspiracies. I'll be number one. I'll stand up here and say that. I don't believe in conspiracies. I believe that it's just a word to steer you away from digging deep, digging more. You know what I'm saying, into that topic, or that the organization or whatever is on trial at that moment. So I also want to get into another definition.
Okay.
Because like I said, with Organized Vybes, we want you to be free and speak your mind. We want listen, we're not here to expose you and your hateful ways. We're here to expose the truth. whether it's organizations or whatever have you. So if you don't like black people, by all means, go ahead and say it. I'm not offended. I don't really care. That's your personal opinion and feeling. So I want to get into the word stupid, okay? Because I will be calling people stupid. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Let's not spare feelings in 2018. Let's not spare feelings, because I feel as if the world has gotten weak and sensitive. All right, and a lot of people misuse terminologies. And
when you say sensitive, I think also you mean put obviously your emotion, right? Putting your emotion into it, which I think we're all guilty of at certain points, right? So we're trying to strengthen that, but it's really, really about learning, because it's something I had to learn, and I'm still learning today. Learning how to take your emotion out of it and then just use logic, meaning apply facts. And again, easier said than done, and a lot of people think that they do it, but then a lot of their thoughts and behaviors are motivated by their emotion rather than logic.
Absolutely. So I'm going to get into the definition of stupid. Okay, it's the adjective. That's number one. It says having or showing a great lack of intelligence or common sense. Now, when we're going to get into this LGBT community type of topic right here, don't come on and tell me your personal opinion. You know what I mean? Don't. I don't want to hear your personal opinion. I want to hear facts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think we probably know a lot of people's opinion too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not. You know, I'm gonna get into that later. But I want to say something, but I'm gonna say it later. Okay. I'm not gonna hold no punches.
Yeah, let's stick with definitions.
Yeah. So and then the other definition of stupid is the noun. A stupid person, in parentheses, often used as a term of address. Okay, so I like using the first definition. I like
which
using
again
it as
means, can you just...
It's having or showing a great lack of intelligence or common sense.
That second one is big for me. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That common sense. Yeah.
The common sense, because that's what people lack. Common sense. And they're tending nowadays to neglect their senses. What they see, they don't believe. What they hear, they want to silence and keep it as ground noise. So,
you also mentioned another word, so I didn't know if I wanted to add another definition to a word, if that's all right. Because once you stated about how you don't believe in conspiracies, and I think a lot of people think they know what that word means, and so I just want to kind of look it up just for a second. And so when you look up conspiracy, it's the act of conspiring together. So, of course, an agreement amongst conspirators. Okay, so I am now going, so again, the act of conspiring together. So what does conspiring mean? So the word conspire means to join in a secret agreement to do an unlawful or wrongful act, or an act which becomes unlawful as a result of the secret agreement. Another definition is accused of conspiring to overthrow the government. And conspired, just an example, conspired to monopolize and restrict trade. The second definition is to act in harmony towards a common end. To act in harmony towards a common end. So to me, does that sound like a negative word? To act in harmony.
I think so. I still believe so.
Okay.
You know, because at the end of the day, like, you know, conspiracy, it has a bad, you know.
It has a bad connotation because, of course, at first it says to join in a secret agreement to do an unlawful or wrongful act, right? As a result of the secret agreement. However, when we think about, or when we name conspiracy theories or this conspiracy... Hello, it's out there. It's for that. So how is it a secret? How that's what I don't understand, how people can label this person a conspiracy you know,
theorist.
Exactly. Exactly.
It blows my mind.
Yeah. All right.
So,
I just thought that was important.
Yeah, and so we just want to get these definitions. There's going to be more definitions we want to throw out there.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, a lot of people use words out of context.
Yeah.
You know, they misuse these terms. And, you know, we can get to another topic later on about how the U.S. language is basically a hidden spell. You know, so
yeah, and you wouldn't even know.
You wouldn't even know.
Yeah, that's
you
a
wouldn't
good
even know.
one.
The reason
I
why
like
we
that.
write in cursive. So, like I said, let's just stay on topic here.
Which, by the way, is no longer like they're not teaching that in schools anymore. So okay,
not anymore. You know, we can. That's again another topic. The school system. But let's just stay on cue because this is only an hour show, and if it eclipse over an hour, so be it. But our aim is to stay within an hour. Okay. So once again, the topic of the LGBT having a history of supporting NAMBLA, which is a pedophile organization. It's
And so yes, NAMBLA is spelled NAMBLA. So it's an acronym for North American Man/Boy Love Association, which is a real thing. Which is, even if you put it in Google, they have their own website, people.
Oh my God.
www.nambla.org, not even .com, .org.
they got money.
So this is real.
Disgusting, I'll tell you. You know what I mean? So now let's talk about the LGBT and how they have a history of supporting NAMBLA.
Okay. Let me hear this.
Let's get into it because there's a lot of people that's probably thinking like, okay, just goddamn, just talk about it. Fuck the terminology. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that shit. You know what I mean? Let's get into it. So, and then let's talk about the LGBT. You know, let's talk about the history. Let's talk about Mr. Henry Harry Hay.
Now, I wonder how many of you out there who may even be a member or a part of the LGBT community, or
even a supporter,
or
yeah,
support the LGBT community, or really doesn't have a stance, right? Doesn't matter either way.
Trying to stay neutral because, you know, they like to throw around that hate crime.
Exactly.
You know, so
but
let's put that out there
again,
too.
What's important is that we go back and understand who were the forefathers. Where did this even come from? You see what I'm saying? Because it's unfortunate when I see people who, you know, say, yeah, I support this. Well, do you know what the history is of that, either that community or that organization or whatever that may be? Because that is really what you're supporting.
Yes.
You may think you're supporting one thing. You may think, oh, I know what it stands for, so, or I may be a member of it, or I know people who are members of it, but then what are they really supporting?
Exactly.
So let's go back in time.
Now let's talk about Henry. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about Hay. Let's talk about the guy.
Yeah, let me know. Who is that?
He was born in April 7th, 1912. He died in October 24th, 2002. So a lot of people are fond of him. You know what I'm saying? They know him. They know the effect and the you know, the push that he did, and he dedicated his life for the LGBT community. You know what I'm saying, from the beginning. He was, you can look it up, man. It's on Google. You can look at the photos. Henry is caught in 1980, like in the 80s. I wouldn't say 1980. You know what I'm saying? It was in the 80s. You know what I mean? It was I think it was a gay pride parade.
Okay.
And it was in the 80s, and literally he was caught wearing a shirt saying that I stand with NAMBLA, or NAMBLA stands with us. And you know, I mean, a lot of people don't know what NAMBLA is. You know what I mean? And to be honest with you, Henry is glorified as one of the forefathers that really push the gay movement. He is described in quotations now, the founder of the modern day gay movement. Okay? And the father of gay liberation. Now, I'm bringing him up because he is the forefather, and he supports NAMBLA. He wore the shirt in the 80s in LA at a gay pride parade. He opens up and voices his opinion about that. That he wants that to be part of the LGBT community. You know what I'm saying? This is what he was pushing for in the beginning. Now, it got a lot of slack, and a lot of people didn't agree with it, you know, but he had a good supporting cast. Don't get it twisted. For him to be one of the forefathers that was on the forefront, you know he has followers.
Exactly.
even though some people don't agree with him saying what he was saying or wearing the shirts and pushing for these quote unquote pedophiles, man, to be a part of the community. I mean, it goes to show how severe and how deep this thing goes.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Which is scary.
so now let's talk about Henry, right? In his coming out speech, look it up, man. You know what I'm saying? Just look it up. In his coming out speech, he says that he was molested at the age of 14. Okay, he was molested at the age of 14. Now, if people love statistics, I mean, we can look it up all day, and you could look up, those that were praised of pedophilia or being touched as a youth. How many of them actually became predators? A lot of people don't want to look at those numbers. It's just quite astonishing if you really look into it.
Yeah. It's pretty sad.
It's sad.
And the speech that you're referring to is actually a speech in 1983. For those of you who may want to specifically look it up, all you have to do is look up his name and just put 1983 speech, and it literally states that it was in support of NAMBLA, which can also be archived on the NAMBLA website as well.
And now, for those that really think that we might be overreacting, or we have some type of beef, quote unquote, or have a problem with this organization or community or whatever, that's not the case. That's not the case, because we talk about every and any organization under the sun. Okay, people could sit here all day and be like, oh well, because I have friends that's gay, that's a lesbian.
Yeah.
I have a family member that's gay. So there's no personal vendetta, beef, or any of that sort. There's no hate. This
is not directed towards
It is not directed at anybody.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you to be aware of these organizations and the history. You see what I'm saying? Just be aware, open your mind to it. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're going to be supporting it, you got to know the history. Now, a lot of people say, oh, well, please, tell me more about how you feel about this organization. And like I said, there's really nothing. When you talk about organizations in history, let's talk about the KKK for an example. Okay, you don't really see black folks getting lynched by the KKK now. You don't really see them out here like that. You see rallies, stuff like that, just like you see the gay pride parades. You know what I'm saying? So you see it, it's whatever. You know what I mean? Like I said, the KKK, as long as you don't come near me and try to threaten my life, I'm fine.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just one of those things that I have to survive type of ordeal.
Yeah.
So,
So when we say support, he supported, I just want to actually directly quote what he states in the speech, just so and this is just one paragraph, it's not anything long, but he states, and this is just a part of the speech, I also would like to say at this point that it seems to me that in the gay community, the people who should be running interference for NAMBLA are the parents and friends of gays. Because if the parents and friends of gays are truly friends of gays, they would know from their gay kids that the relationship with an older man is precisely what 13, 14, and 15-year-old kids need more than anything else in the world.
And that's from his mouth.
And they would be welcoming this and welcoming the opportunity for young gay kids to have the kind of experience that they would need. But then he says, so again, as I said, my offering is not as a member of NAMBLA, which we stated. So he's not a member. He's not a member, okay?
Now.
But in memory of that 14-year-old boy who was handled by Matt so long ago, this is an example that he gave earlier in the speech. You can go and read it for yourself. So he's saying in memory of and in memorial to Matt, I offer you my love. So I just wanted to quickly point out that paragraph because it's not that he was a member of it, but actually he's quoted as saying that gay kids, more so he's pointing towards early teens, so teenagers, 13, 14, 15-year-olds, need that kind of love more than anything else in the world coming from an older man.
See, now that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You see, so like I said, he died in 2002. So he has touched so many lives.
Yeah.
Physically, emotionally, everything. You know what I'm saying? So, and like I said, it's even like when I try to have the comparison with the KKK, just because you don't see them lynching black folks, doesn't mean it's not there. Going on.
Yes.
So what I mean by that, just because there's people in the community saying that we don't support NAMBLA, doesn't mean there's not, you know what I'm saying, the same amount that
who do support it.
Exactly.
And of course, we're talking about things from the 80s, 90s, right? And we are now in 2018. And now, of course, in the recent years. So for a lot of people, this is not new, right? So boy love is not new, but we're going to get into it. But the fact that NAMBLA is being talked about, the fact that that it's being talked about in 2017 and 2018 is crazy. Yeah.
Exposed a lot of pedophile rings. This is the reason why I personally dug into this. I dived head first, like, hey man, let me figure out what's really going on.
Yes.
Because you heard a lot of things going on in Hollywood.
Oh, I think that was the major one.
That was
how
huge.
many people got arrested?
Oh my God.
How many people
didn't David
got exposed?
Spacey or whatever his name is? Half the times I forget these guys.
Yeah.
He the LGBT community should come out and get mad about this.
It's David, the Weinstein guy.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, one of these guys. He molested a child.
Thanks. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now you're a pedophile. But he came out and saying that I am gay.
Oh, whoa, okay.
If I'm not mistaken, I mean, I'm just going off what I personally heard.
Yeah.
So you can quote me on that part right here.
Okay.
That I've heard one of these guys. You see what I'm saying? He molested a child.
Kevin Spacey, I think.
There you go. One of these guys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was on House of Cards.
Yeah, House of Cards. Yes, that guy. Yes, that dude.
That surprised me. I'm not even. That's personal right there. I'm no. Yeah, that's.
But I'm not surprised.
So tell me why though.
Oh, I'm not. Why I'm not surprised?
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Come on. You know what I'm saying? Pedophilia has been around since forever, man. This is nothing new. You know what I'm saying? This is nothing new. What we're saying is that the LGBT community, as much as people want to look back and be like, you know, I don't like their lifestyle, blah, 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 but I can't say it because it's going to be a hate crime, but, you know, listen.
And that's one of the main things that people are saying is that, and even the people that I'm talking to and trying to expose this information, they're saying, well, I have literally had someone say, oh, well, this is nothing new.
Yeah.
And my eyes widen because I'm like, this is nothing. I mean, of course, it's nothing new, right? We all probably have heard this before. It probably, like, once we hear it, it probably turns something in our stomach, but then we go on with our lives, right?
Exactly.
And so at what point do we sit here and say, like, nah, this is not cool? Like, this is not.
Come on. It's, eventually, we're going to have to take a stand and really, like, have a dialogue, man.
Exactly.
You know, whether it's going to be this show, the next show, or you know what I'm saying? Like, when I mean the next show, somebody else's show, or whatever may have you. I mean, we need a dialogue here.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many kids missing. It is ridiculous. With you know, trafficking body parts, sex trades. No, that's crazy. Like, come on. Our kids are missing. If we're not going to stand up for our kids, who will?
Exactly.
Obviously nobody, because, you know, they're missing. And we're just leaving the law's hands like, hey, we're just going to file a missing person report and, you know, hopefully shoot our dice and see if we can find little Timmy or Daquan and, you know, and call it a day. Listen, I was raised on the fact that the community raised a child. All right?
Yeah.
I was raised on so many type of style of living, I would say. You know what I'm saying? Being Jamaican and being Guyanese, you know what I'm saying? It's just, you know what I mean? And for them to be, you know what I mean, be stationed here after leaving their home is just, you know, it was a shell shock for them, but, you know, for me being the first generation, I was just like, wow, you know, I got a little taste of everything.
Yeah.
And so I know I have moral values, and I know, like, hey, to each his own. If you want to live a certain lifestyle, so be it.
Yeah.
You know, that's you know what I mean, that's not my decision or my place to judge. You know what I mean? But what I do have a problem is grown men preying on little kids. That's what I have a problem with. You know what I'm saying? Because you have, and I don't think people really understand, there's the most powerful people in the world are pedophiles and gays. I'm sorry. Listen, if you hate me for stating the truth, then hate me. I don't care.
Again, this is not personal.
It's not personal, but
It's
look
fact.
at it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It trickles down from the government all the way down, buddy. You know what I'm saying? Look how many pedophile rings that got exposed. And most was politicians, cops, teachers. Like, come on. Come on. But we're so busy at work. So busy with overtime. So busy with love and hip hop. So and all these other things that we just sit our kids in front of a TV or some type of technology and call it a day. But then want to cry about how things has gotten so bad.
And that's the thing. We're having our kids and even ourselves, we're sitting in front of the TV. We go to work and then we come home. We sit in front of the TV, right? We're not, what we should be doing is, of course, reading, researching, really going on with our world, right? Or really know what's going on with our world. But then we place ourselves in front of the TV, and then what is TV showing? TV is literally showing, I can even speak, even in cartoons, which is a whole nother dimension to me. I didn't realize, of course, that it had trickled down to affecting even children's shows. But a lot of these things are now on TV.
I mean, it's in our school systems.
Yeah.
And like I said, we can talk about the school systems later, but
yeah, that's a whole nother
let's stay on topic here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what I want to stress right now. As far as each topic that we talk about, we're going to be strained because everything intertwines.
Everything correlates.
Everything. You know what I'm saying? Everything comes in full circle. You know what I mean? From the government. And like I said, I haven't really heard a backlash from the LGBT community as far as why the government at a point in time, I mean, you can Google it, was classifying pedophiles with that community, with that organization. You know what I mean? So my thing is, there's no outrage from the LGBT community as far as they are really not associated with pedophiles. There's no outrage. There's no nothing.
Yeah, I haven't really
heard anything.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? I hear from close friends that, we don't support that, B. Come on, son. Nah, they can't fly over here. No, there's no fly zone over here. Nah, come on. Now, are you speaking from the leaders of the organization, the LGBT community? Because whether you like it or not, it's an organization. That's what people they consider it a community, but it is a organization. I am sorry. So we're not attacking the community. We're questioning the organization and the history. Because listen, if my son, daughter want to date the same sex, then, hey man, who am I to say no? You know, whether I agree with it or not. Who am I to say no? I am not the Most High. The only thing I can do is raise my kids the best way I can. And everybody says that. You know, they want to raise a kid the best way they can, and blah, blah, blah. Whatever life they choose is whatever life they choose.
Absolutely.
You know, but at least give them a choice. Give them, you know what I'm saying? Stop putting things in our food. As far as the government, stop putting things in our food for our kids that grow up quickly. You see girls at age 11 with breasts and ass. Like, come on. So, and that's, again, that could be another topic.
Yeah,
but let's stay on cue here. Let's stay on the community. You know, like I said, I haven't really heard anything from them. Have you? I mean,
nah. That's the thing. That's the problem. Is that this has been in discussion for years at this point. And when I say been in discussion, I kind of want to get into how pedophilia is being considered to be a sexual orientation. So when we say sexual orientation, we're talking about being either straight, gay, that type of thing. And so not only, has the LGBT community known or has a history of supporting pedophilia, but now pedophilia, and if you guys can just Google this, or you can go on www.independent.org So this is, of course, news that is all over. And this particular article that I'm referring to, the title's Pedophilia, a, quote, sexual orientation, like being gay or straight. And it says a pedophile has the, quote, same ingrained attraction that a heterosexual female may feel towards a male, psychologists say. So pedophilia, they're considering, so psychologists are now trying to really think about the fact of, is this considered a sexual orientation? And it's literally a criminal psychologist in this website, on this article, says pedophilia is a, quote, sexual orientation like being gay or straight. The idea that sexual attraction to children is an orientation is highly controversial, of course. And so, again, this article, by the way, dates April 3rd, 2016. So that was a Sunday. So that was about almost 2 years now.
Talk about hitting home, huh?
There you go. And this is the thing. This is the things that I'm talking about. So I just want to, of course, go into it a little bit more. But the psychologist said that it was possible to treat sex child abusers on the understanding that attraction may always remain. And that's why I think that they say that children who have been abused or molested have a higher probability of being, that's what they say, of being either or doing the same thing rather when in adulthood. So the psychologist set up the Ask Me Anything thread on Reddit, and of course the identity was not revealed. So this is things that are kind of being brought to light, but not a lot of people, including the psychologist, would not show his face. And that's the thing that's kind of interesting to me too. Because
who writes off on that? Who is this guy? You know what I'm saying? So, and a lot of people will say, "Hey, this is fake news." Blah blah blah. And they won't dig into it.
Exactly.
But,
exactly.
But the folks at OV, Organized Vibes, we get into these type of things.
Well, you have to. At some point, the thing is if we don't, who is? Okay? So the psychologist was asked, can pedophiles actually change? And the expert wrote, I believe pedophilic disorder is a sexual orientation with individuals that are attracted to child features. In other words, an individual with pedophilia has the same ingrained attraction that a heterosexual female may feel towards a male or a homosexual feels towards their same gender. With that being said, it needs to be said that sexuality is more of a spectrum than a finite category. We know that heterosexuals may engage in homosexual behavior and deny they're bisexual or homosexual. We know that individuals with pedophilia may engage in sexual behavior with adults. For some, they may use this as cognitive distortion to explain away their sexualization of prepubescent children. So this is the thing that I'm saying here, that's just, really, I think, shocking initially, right? But this is something that they're really striving hard towards literally passing. Like, when you go and fill something out or fill something out about you and it lists, gay, straight, pedophilia would be on that list. Like that's what I'm envisioning, and I'm just like, yeah, that to me, when it goes to a whole new level.
Now let's now. What people really don't talk about is the fact that like the percentage of the praise of child molestation turning into predators.
Yeah.
Now it's about. Personally, I was trying to dig up the information just now, but like I said, we're pressed against time. But it's around 22%, and that was dated back in 2015. I also read up about 400,000 registered sex offenders in the United States, and an estimate of 80 to 100,000 of them are missing. That means they haven't registered. That means they don't know where they are. And you can go you can Google the statistics, man, of child molesters. You know what I'm saying? It's there, man. And like I said, it's quite disgusting, man. And if there's no outrage on the LGBT community's part, that it's basically saying that you do support them. You know what I'm saying? By not saying anything at all, basically says that you do support them. That's just me personally. You know, if somebody calls me a criminal, and I don't defend myself, and there's no outrage on my part, that's as good as me saying I am a criminal. I ain't gonna fight you for it. I'm aware if the shoe fits. You know what I mean? So, like I said, it's just one of those things that we just gotta question. But you know, we definitely gotta move on. But you know, this is a topic that needs more dialogue because we can go on for days. It needs
more dialogue. It's still being considered. It's still being explored. So this is something that's not going to end. This is just really the beginning and trying to give you guys an introduction to the things that are factual, are true, will affect you. Will affect not you because maybe you're an adult, you know who you are, but it will affect your children.
Affect your kids, man.
It will affect your children.
You gotta be aware, man. And you have to be conscious, not just being black. You know what I mean? If you're a black person, you're walking around, I'm conscious, I'm awoke. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you awoke to? You know, just being black, or it's just like being a Caucasian. Or I'm awoke, blah blah blah. What are you awoke to? White privilege, or are you awoke to everything else that's involved? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. You know, but it's just something just to plant the seed, and if you guys want to get into it, just water the grass, man.
That's right.
Water the soil.
I like that.
But moving on, though. We want to have a little break, ease everybody's mind. We want to play some songs. The first song, I believe, will be "Move."
Oh, okay.
By Alexander Noir.
I'm ready to move.
Yeah. Followed by Alan E. Midnight Drive, baby.
Right. And let me just say that I love this portion of the show because I am so tired of hearing the same songs. So I like the fact, literally, I love hearing new artists. I love hearing underground artists. I love hearing people with talent, with actual talent, really doing their thing. Because like I said, we hear the same freaking songs on the radio, and I'm tired. I'm tired of it, and I need something new and something with substance. Okay?
Absolutely.
So please bring that every time.
Absolutely. And for those people out there, underground artists out there that want to get their songs played on the show, you could definitely email us at organizedvybes@yahoo.com. Drop your name.
Spell that out because we're spelling vibes a different kind of way.
Oh, we spell vibes with a Y. Yeah. Okay. And all the details will be in the descriptions, below. Stuff that we talked about. But without any further ado, let's just get into the music, baby. All right. So first joint, Alexander Noir.
Nice.
One, two. Make you wanna move, yeah. Make you wanna move, yeah. It make you wanna move, yeah. It make you wanna move, yeah. Make you wanna move, yeah. But baby, don't move too fast. But baby, don't move too fast. Yeah. It make you wanna move. And I'm moving right. Shorty and the girls on my crew tonight. Shine like this, what I grew to like. Crowd goes wild, no booze tonight. Except you, I like the way you moving. Like I got Superman blood, you the kryptonite. Eyes getting heavy, call it sipping light. It's a flipping sight, now I'm tripping. Might show out in the spot for a spot with you. No surprise there when I got with you. Everybody watching, we the topic too. Mama always told me take the opportunity. Unity amongst the people. Leave, we marching through the streets. Move, we know just what you need. Groove from the looks of the sneak. She wanna move, yes. I think I need a Bluetooth fast, just so the mood don't crash. I know you wanna move too, yeah. Ha. Make you wanna move, yeah. Make you wanna move, yeah. Make you wanna move. move, yeah. It make you wanna move, yeah. It make you wanna move, yeah. It make you wanna move, 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 yeah. But baby, don't move too fast, crash, less, yeah. Make you wanna move, yeah. Make you wanna move, yeah. It 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 make you wanna move, yeah. But baby, don't move too fast, yeah, yeah. I'm all in my feelings, but you'll never know it. I'm all in my feelings, but you'll never know it. My pride is a motherfucker. I'm stubborn as a motherfucker. I'd rather go deal with it. Take a ride in this motherfucker. Midnight drives just to free my mind. I turn to moonlight shining. Came a long way from drinking. Came a long way from smoking. Came a long way from trying to kill myself over worries that really meant nothing. Wait, that's a lie. Cause you are everything, like a wedding ring. Guess I'm battling vulnerability. Can't show that I'm weak, but I did. Those nights we had in the sheets, talking in the course, racing for your love, baby, I am in the course. You fine, but the love is coarse. I'm down for your love, down for your love, down for your love, down for your love. Now, of course. Midnight drives just to free my mind. I turn to moonlight shining. I turn to midnight drives just to free my mind. I turn to moonlight shining.
All right.
Welcome back.
God damn, that was some
Yeah.
heat right there.
Yeah, those were good. Those were great. Let's start with the first one though.
Yo,
Move.
Alexander
Yeah,
Noir.
make me wanna move. Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah, that was good. I liked it a lot.
Yo, that was a great single, man.
Overall, just great song.
Yo, you
Yeah,
talk about the
yeah.
production, you talk about the flow, the content, everything. Oh, man, yo, this
Yeah.
dude brought the funk, man.
I liked it. It was a dance. For me, it literally made me want to get up and move.
Yo, I look crazy out in these streets with this. You know what I'm saying? I was throwing my arms up, you know what I'm saying?
And
going
for those,
ham,
just so that you get to know him better, he does not dance.
I
So
can't
for
dance
him to
for
even
shit.
say that,
Yo, goes a long way.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Goes a
No,
long way.
that was, those type of songs I love. It's like another. To me, it made me feel like a Pharrell happy song, where no matter what emotion you were in at that moment, how you were feeling when you heard that, it was like an automatic smile,
Exactly.
move your body kind of thing.
Great way to bring in the new year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
I
that
agree.
was beautiful, man. Oh, man. And what I like to do, you know what I'm saying? I love to give out information as far as where you can follow the guy at.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Because I don't like just playing their music and they're like, where can I find this guy? All right, so if you guys have IG, I know there's a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, that try to stay away from social media. But if you have IG, and I suggest that you follow these cats, man. You can find Alexander Noir at Alexander Noir _.
Okay.
So
okay.
once again, at Alexander Noir _. So man, he definitely got more stuff in store for 2018. So definitely check this guy out, man.
Yeah,
He's
that's
from
something
Brooklyn.
I will be playing again for sure.
Oh,
For sure.
absolutely,
Yeah.
man. You know what I'm saying? I might play that after I'm done. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Word. But let's move on to Alan E, bro.
Yeah, great transition. Thank you for that.
man.
And I think that the transition from like a beat to kind of like cruising.
Yo.
Like I envision myself just kind of cruising.
Man,
with that song.
yo,
Yeah.
that song, the whole feel of the song, it remind me of the show Knight Rider. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay.
You know what I mean? And for those that don't know, like that's too young to the game. You know what I'm saying? That's not hip to the game.
Yeah.
That's young. Knight Rider is a show back in like the 80s, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm old.
Taking it
I'm in my
back.
30s.
Oh, boy,
you know
you're
what I'm
dating
saying?
yourself right now.
Yo, I'm old
It's
now,
all right,
man.
it's all right.
No, you know what I'm saying? So, but nah, all jokes aside though, that song,
Yeah.
man, I had it on repeat for a minute before we even started recording. Like that's my joint. Like you talk about hit the gym, nigga. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or you trying to blow something down while you driving. You know what I'm saying? Like you can. You know what I mean? It's crazy. And I want to take this time to apologize to Alan E. You know what I'm saying? I said his project was Neo Heaven, I believe, earlier in the show, but in fact, I was wrong. You know what I'm saying? It was Neon Heaven.
Okay.
All right, Neon Heaven.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So you guys definitely want to check that project out. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you have, but that man,
Fire.
yo,
Fire.
oh my God, man, that shit had me like set. I was just driving, just coasting the whole time listening to that song, man, thinking about life and all that. So Midnight Drive, man, definitely a song that I love, man. So I mean, to follow this young man, you know what I mean? He's from Rockland County, New York. I told you guys about Rockland.
Don't sleep now.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I told you. You know what I mean? So follow him on IG as well, man, at This Is Alan E. Once again, at This Is Alan E.
Okay.
Definitely go get his project, man. Both of those joints, the Neon Heaven and the Alexander Noir Move, they're both on iTunes.
All right.
You know, they even have visuals as well.
Yes, and I like the videos. I have to say, I like the videos. Thank you for those two artists for letting us hear some great music
Yo.
with substance. You see
Yo,
what I'm
with
saying? Like
great, yo, and
great everything.
Yo, I don't know. I don't like to categorize people. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
but
okay.
I really have to put them in like a category of their own. You know what I mean? As far as
Yeah.
today's game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they brought that authenticity.
Like that's a song. Those are songs rather that 6 months from now I don't feel like I'll get tired of. You see
No.
what I'm saying?
No.
Where if I hear this, like I'm rolling my eyes, like oh my god, again.
Exactly.
You know, so those classics right there. Thank you for that.
Yo,
Thank
definitely.
you for those projects.
Follow those fellas, man.
Yeah.
But we have 2 more joints from Wunda 845. It's called Reality Check.
Okay.
And Inno Combs. You got it. So without any further ado, let's get right into it. We'll be back in a few.
And you know, Wunda 845. They don't really want war. What you running up for? Y'all talking like broads, y'all calling the law. What you heard, what you saw? Y'all niggas ain't hard, y'all niggas all fraud. My niggas on call. That's what I call squad. We peas in a pod. We win to a hawk.
You fleas to a dog, y'all niggas all bark. Y'all niggas all talk. All lung, no heart, all shell, no parts. You don't want no sauce. Erase those thoughts, all gain, no loss. No pain, no floss. My ain't no off, you lame, you soft. I blame you, boss. You lay, you chalk, damn. This reality check is for those that think they're wavy. I'ma get this bread and tell them fools to pay me out. I remember the days when dudes, they tried to play me. But a nigga came up and all I know is pain. I'm chasing the chips, a little freeze on my wrist. 2 lanes in the whip, shoot a nigga in his lip. He said it came with the clip, so let it bang from your hip. I get drunk, then I dip. I just wanna take trips. Bitches just wanna trip, ain't a passport for this. But I gotta get lit. Gotta stack my chips, cause a nigga ain't rich. But when your palm itch, I done seen niggas switch, I done seen niggas switch. See niggas get picked, but I'm with the same click. Let it squeeze till it clicks. They giving life for a brick. You get smoked for the pit, seen dope dealer snitch. Ain't no hope in the shit, ain't no hope in the shit. Damn. This reality check is for those that think they're wavy. I'ma get this bread and tell them fools to pay me out. I remember the days when dudes, they tried to play me. But a nigga came up and all I know is pay me now.
See, baby, I could take this 10 years back, before you had that fresh pool water running down your back. Look at us now. Tough when you single and a fat boy. True, even worse when you broke in a black boy. I even contemplated selling crack, boy. I love to eat, got big feet like I'm Shaq, boy. No tattoos, boo, and I never smoke. But when it comes to these bars, yeah, I never choke. I hit the club, I posted on the wall. I noticed all the bras, but they ain't noticed me at all. And losing everything, it was stressing me. All along, though, I knew that God was testing me. More faith, more love, He started blessing me. Now the babes gon' be buns like sesame. Whole world, no love, I wasn't winning. I'm trying to tell you how I felt in the beginning. All I'm saying is why you came so late. Tell me now I met you, I feel like you my soulmate. That's right. Girl, you got it, you got it, you got it. Oh, you got it, you got it. Girl, you the one that I've been waiting for. You got it, you got it, you got it. Oh, you got it, you got it. Girl, you the one that I've been waiting for. I used to feel like giving up, I wouldn't be nothing. Then you grabbed me by my face and said I see something. You ain't see a broken boy, you say you saw a king. And just for that, it's all my life, I give you everything. They hate to see us happy though, whip look pistachio. Don't we go together like Luigi and Mario? Stayed in the Hilton, but they never seen Paris. Probably had salad, but they never seen carrots. Selling sex in they soul, stripping on the pole. I know that's how it go, but they never seen marriage. Child support and divorce, switching in between parents. Put their life on the scale, it just couldn't be balanced. I was chasing them, they were chasing cheddar. I had 1, 2, and 3, but you were forever. There's 7.5 billion people in the world. Do you understand what that means to be my girl? Boom, analyze, fantasize. They ain't sipping cocos where they been smell. They gon' need a training day from Denzel. Where that 50 secret and they friends tell. You give me more love, I came from all us. I swear I keep your picture on my tour bus. Mathematical, less of them and more of us. The world's a better place if it's just the two of us. But believe me, I ain't never
Welcome back.
God damn.
Yeah, another 2 bangers right there.
Yo,
I
the
like
streets is going to be bumping this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
A lot of good projects out.
Hey.
Let's start with the third one, though.
Oh, Wunda 845.
All right.
Reality check.
Yeah. He was about his business in that one.
Yo.
Yeah.
Yo, he was hitting them where it hurts. You know what I'm saying? Choking these cats out. You know what I'm saying? Straight G checking them. You know what I'm saying?
I like that. He's had a few bangers. I think a lot of bangers actually, and he's had quite a career.
Yeah,
you know, quite a career.
I mean, yo, man, he's been doing it for a long time as well as putting it on for his community.
Exactly.
You know, so you know, what I mean, definitely a person I respect highly. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Like, you know, obviously he's from Rockland County. Again, I'm
Listen,
not trying to be biased.
Don't sleep on us though. Listen,
yeah. Don't sleep though. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of great talent there. You know what I mean? But you know, Wunda, he brought that heat, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He never disappoints. And I ain't gonna lie, it's off his EP, matter of fact.
Okay.
Yeah, it's off his EP, Rap What You Know. It's on iTunes as well.
Okay.
So these people that, you know, talk about, you know, I mean, there ain't all that good music out no more, blah. Listen, you just preach it to the choir, you know what I'm saying?
And stop thinking mainstream
Yeah,
too,
think
you know?
underground.
Yes.
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
where
Help
the real talent is.
help start these waves, you know what I mean?
That's
So,
right.
you know what I mean? Check out on iTunes, Rap What You Know about Wunda 845. You know what I mean? Like, this dude, he's making moves. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Nice.
he's killing them. You know what I'm saying? Now, let's talk about where you can follow him at.
Yeah.
All right.
So what's his IG?
His IG. You know what I'm saying? Let's pull this up. It's at Wunda 845. Now, Wunda is spelled WUNDA. 845. Okay.
Unique.
So. Yeah, very unique, you know what I'm saying? He's about that bread too, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Again, you can follow him at Wunda845. You know what I'm saying? And just check out what he's been doing.
Nice.
But
now let's move on to the fourth one.
Yeah. Inno Combs.
That was another one I could definitely see myself listening to again. And I feel like this one was more I'm sorry, but it's geared a little more towards the women. The females.
Hey, listen, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Thank you. Because we all want to feel like we're the one. We got it. You see what I'm saying? And he definitely made me feel that way.
Yo, I was about to get down on the knee real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely a great song.
Yeah, I was ready to propose or something. You know what I mean? Like, word. Yo, this joint, man. It's definitely something good. You know what I mean? Very, very commercial. You know what I'm saying? I like it. Very entertaining. You know what I'm saying? And nowadays, you don't really hear these type of songs on the radio anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean?
Keep hearing the same. That's what I was referring to earlier. I'm tired of hearing the same stuff.
Yeah,
like, please
absolutely.
Bring some new stuff. So
absolutely.
Another one I could add to my list.
Hey, definitely. So, you could definitely follow Inno Combs because he's from Brooklyn and he's moving.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He's on the East, West Coast. He's everywhere. You know what I'm saying? If you're not on to this dude right now, you're lost. You're just lost. You don't know music. You know what I'm saying? Okay. You don't know what's going on currently. You know what I'm saying? In the industry. So, with that said, you can follow him at Inno Combs, INNOCOMBS, Inno Combs. And let's shout out Shy Chill that was singing on the hook.
Yes.
Man.
Beautiful voice. That's what I'm saying. That's the part that you got. I'm just saying. I loved it. I loved it. Great
they
vocals.
locked it down. They locked it down on that joint. So definitely follow Inno Combs. And that's our music segment. So for any artist that's looking to get their song on a podcast, want to be critiqued, because I got the golden ears, man. You know what I'm saying? I got the golden. I'm an artist myself.
We're just here to also just expose it as well. So.
Exactly. Now I'm just here to push. Yeah. I don't want no money. You know what I'm saying? You guys can donate to the cause to keep us moving. You know what I'm saying? But the main objective is getting the information and getting these talents out there.
That's right.
So you can send any of your material. You know what I mean? And put it like this. Like I said, I'm not biased. I'm not biased at all because the ambiance, the beats that you hear in the background right now is from Midas Beats. And he's from Atlanta. And that's where I'm at right now. You know what I mean? So any artist that's looking for something new, that new flavor, you can follow Midas Beats at Midas, MIDA.
Nice.
SBEATZ.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, it's it's not hard, you know what I'm saying, to get these new songs. It's not hard, you know what I'm saying. The Inno Combs is on iTunes as well. If you want Midas Beats to give you some new beats, yeah, come on, man. You know what I mean? But like I said, for all these artists that want to get their songs on the podcast, just email us at OrganizedVybes. Now, Vybes is spelled with a Y. VYBES. Vybes at yahoo.com. So once again, OrganizedVybes at yahoo.com.
And you send and we'll play. That's it.
That's it. No questions asked. You know what I'm saying? If you're trash, you're trash. We'll let you know. We'll let you know what you can possibly work up on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Sharpen up your sword a little bit and get back into, you know what I'm saying, to battle. So, you know, we appreciate everybody. And once again, let's give it up to these 4 artists that step on and presented their talent. Because it's not easy.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And these artists don't get appreciation, you know what I'm saying, as much as they should. You know what I mean? Especially giving out great talent. You know what I mean? So
absolutely, which is rare.
Yeah, exactly. They're giving out great talent. So let's give these guys a round of applause and
right.
you know, let's move on. You know what I mean? Our next topic.
Yeah, let's talk about it because this is one that's
topic?
very interesting to me because honestly, it affects us all, and it will if you don't feel like it does. So this is about the fall of the U.S. dollar.
Dum, dum, dum.
Fall of the U.S. dollar, but in order to understand that, we have to really get an understanding of what does this even mean, what's the history behind what even a petrodollar is, and what does that even mean?
Exactly, and and is the U.S. dollar still backed up by gold? Yes or no? Is, you know what I mean? When will the collapse occur? You know what I mean? Stuff like that. We're gonna touch in on that, but we're like what Boobz love to do. She loves to.
Take it back.
There you go.
Take it back.
There you go.
So as we all see probably printed on our U.S. dollars that we have, you probably didn't even notice, but I just want to kind of describe what a Federal Reserve note is, okay?
Break it down.
So it's literally the term used to describe the paper currency or dollar bills. So what we consider as, a dollar bills, that's actually called the Federal Reserve note, which is circulated, as we know, in the United States.
Now, is that a certain act?
So let's talk about, so the Federal Reserve Act was actually an act enacted on December 23rd, 1913. It was an act of Congress that was established by the Federal Reserve System, creating the authority to even issue Federal Reserve notes, or commonly known as the U.S. dollar, as legal tender. Okay? So it was signed into law by President Woodrow Wilson. But it's important to understand, and like you just said, people do actually believe that the U.S. dollar is backed by gold today. So your belief was once a fact, but it no longer is
before
today.
You were born.
Exactly.
Yeah, so,
exactly.
Yeah, like people really got to understand that most of the wars that has been going on, you know what I mean, for a good 15 years, if that, you know what I mean, is because of these bankers, these group of people, which I don't want to get into because we're talking about the currency. So, but you know what I'm saying?
That's another
people,
show.
It's another topic. But we were just letting you guys know that these wars are the reason why our dollar is still in circulation. The dollar is backed up by oil. It's not backed up. It hasn't been backed up by gold since 1971. It was the link completely in 1971. Severed.
Yeah. So let's actually go back a little bit further, right? So to even understand what happened then, we have to go back prior to 1971. So prior to that, it actually was backed by gold, which is actually known as the Bretton, Bretton Woods Agreement. So we all say, what the hell is that? So the Bretton Woods Agreement is actually the landmark system for monetary and exchange rate managed, which was established in 1944, which was developed by the UN, so the United Nations Monetary and Financial Conference, which was held in Bretton Woods, New Hampshire, from July 1st to July 22nd, so 22 days, so 1944. Under the agreement, currencies were pegged to the price of gold.
Now, where are you getting this information? So the listeners can know or they can look it up themselves, or where they can find us at.
So you can just simply, obviously, Google either the Federal Reserve Act. All these things that I just mentioned, you can simply put into Google Federal Reserve Act, Bretton Woods Agreement, 1944. This specific information that I'm referencing can be found on www.investopedia, IN, as in Nancy, VESTOPEDIA.com. So www.investopedia.com. Okay. So under the agreement, currencies were pegged to the price of gold, and the U.S. dollar was then seen as a reserve currency, which was linked to the price of gold. So that was in 1944. So those who believe that, yeah, it actually was a fact, but in the 40s. Okay, from the 40s up until about the 70s.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, and I could be wrong, and you know, you guys can check it up, but the gold hasn't been backing the dollar since 1933.
Ooh.
You know, so like people gotta understand that too.
Okay.
I mean, we haven't had gold backing it since 1933. We severed the link completely in 1971. So people really gotta understand. Okay, so. It hasn't been backed by, the U.S. dollar hasn't been backed by gold since 1933. The Federal Reserve had no gold since 1933.
Yeah.
Okay? They officially severed the link in 1931. So now they're making it known, hey, we're not using gold anymore. We're moving on. That's basically what they're saying.
Exactly.
Because they don't have it anymore. You know what I'm saying? What happened to it? That's something that you need to research.
Exactly. Well, let's see. Let's talk about what happened
early. But we need to mention silver, though.
Oh,
because now people might say, oh, well, what about the quarters? No, we don't really have silver. Well, look at the cars that we drive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we don't have resources that we used to back in the day.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So silver has been backing the currency since 1968. Yeah, 1968. Okay. So, no, but go ahead. Tell.
I just kind of wanted to highlight what happened. So that was the Bretton Woods Agreement, but what happened? It didn't last for long at all. It was actually dissolved somewhere between 1968 and 1973. So an overvaluation of the U.S. dollar led to concerns over the exchange rate and tie to the price of gold. So at that time, President Nixon only called for a temporary suspension of the dollar's convertibility. So at that time, when he did suspend it, though, countries were then free to choose any exchange agreement except the price of gold. So even then, we see the importance of gold, you know, because you're free to, basically they're saying to the other countries, you're free to exchange anything you want, you know, but not the price of gold. Like, that's pretty standard. So in 1973, foreign governments let currencies float, which put an end to the Bretton Woods system. Okay. So then in the early 1970s, after that collapsed, the U.S. struck a deal with Saudi Arabia to standardize oil prices in dollar terms. So this is actually where the petro system was born, which shifted things away from being pegged exchange rates and gold-backed currencies.
Okay, so what is the petrodollar? So remind them, what's the petrodollar again?
Exactly. So the petrodollar system is actually elevated the U.S. dollar to the world's reserve currency.
So what would be backing the U.S. dollar now?
Exactly. So
oil.
This is exactly
oil
that.
will be back. That's why it's called the petrodollar. Petro. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta start thinking about it. That's the reason why I said, you know, most of the wars that's going on right now is to back the U.S. currency. You know, we also got to think about, which is another topic, which we're going to get into on a later show, but the reason why we're still in Afghanistan. You know what I'm saying? Gold, not gold, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? It's not gold, but oil. And opium.
Yeah.
So I'm just letting you guys know what's going on. And if you want to check this, also fun fact, I like to say.
Yeah.
If you want to check this fun fact, during the recession, I believe Wall Street kept surviving off drug money. Or was it the, Federal Reserve? Don't quote me on this now, but do your research. We're just here like we said from the beginning, to plant the seed, provoke thought, let you know the facts. These are the facts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As far as talking about the collapse of the U.S. dollar now, how many countries has dropped the U.S. currency?
Exactly, and that's the thing that it really strikes us, and that's what we should.
It should be a red flag.
It should definitely be a red flag, because we're talking about since the '70s, this petrodollar system came into play, which obviously means, again, the Saudis had an agreement to price all of their oil sales in U.S. dollars only. The Saudis would also invest their surplus oil proceeds in U.S. debt security. Of course, in exchange, the U.S. will provide arms and a security guarantee to the Saudis, who at that time, of course, it was a pretty rough neighborhood. They needed this anyway, right? So it's important to understand that and know, okay, if we say other countries are dropping the U.S. dollar, what does that mean for the petrodollar system?
Exactly. What does it mean for us as citizens?
Yes.
Whether you're black, white, whatever, doesn't matter.
Yes.
Gay, whatever, I don't care.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let's stick with this as citizens, man. Like, it affects everyone.
Exactly. Because when a country says after all these years they were okay trading with U.S. dollars, and all of a sudden there's several countries who are saying we're not doing that anymore. Point blank. Period.
Exactly.
So
now let's name a few countries. Venezuela.
Yes, that's actually the most current.
Most current, which
and they're thinking of
happened. I think at the end of the last year.
Yeah, literally within the past 2 weeks. And
I believe so. Of the 2017 year.
Yes.
So, and they're moving to the cryptocurrency, which that's going to be another topic. Like I said, we have a lot to talk about. But I'm gonna say briefly. EMP attacks. What's going to happen with the cryptocurrency? That's a quick question. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to answer it now or even think about it now. But just to plant a seed and let you guys know that this cryptocurrency that people's talking about, this digital currency, is nothing. What is it? What is it backed by? You know what I mean? So ask yourself about these questions. But like I said, back to the U.S. currency. China also, I think they dropped it, or they're on the. I think they dropped it because they're allies with Venezuela, and Russia dropped it. Yeah. So everybody's chopping it down, man. And that's just to name a few.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
So whether you agree or disagree with what we're saying right now, just do your research, and you'll see that it's there. It's there in black and white.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, you know what I mean? Like, just, you know what I mean? Really, really observe what's going on. People saying that the economy is great. Actually, go on Google the amount of stores that's closing in 2018.
That's the most frightening thing too.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. There's more jobs. Come on.
That's what they make us feel.
Ask yourself how many jobs closed in 2017.
How many stores closed?
The jobs
led to
closed.
jobs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Shut down.
Yep.
Just snatch under your feet. Gone.
And these are brand name, stores.
Brand name apartments, man.
Yeah, it's not like it's little mom and pop shops, even though, yes, those have been suffering for years
I mean, yeah, with Walmart taking over and
Yep.
stuff like that. So,
Yep.
Come on. We really got to look at the currency and look at the way we're living, everything is expensive, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Something that would cost $1 in 1990, in 2016, it would have cost, what, $1.59, $1.70 or something like that. That's inflation.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And as we all feel, despite inflation, right, maybe besides these maybe 50-cent raises, you've been lucky if you even get kind of $1 raise.
Yeah,
that's how they feel, as if they're matching inflation, which is even more crazy. You see what I'm saying? How can we keep up with this? How can we not feel like we are working from check to check? That if we literally don't get a check, that may determine if you paying rent this month.
What people don't understand either is when the currency crashes, and it will.
Yes.
It will.
Yes.
I've spoken to a lot of people about this. I told them that the dollar will take a severe hit. At the end of 2017.
Yes,
and I said that in the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
And it came true. This year it will be the same.
Yeah.
I just hope it doesn't crash this year because the way it looks, it's going to take another severe hit. It will. Yeah. Now with the whole cryptocurrency and stuff like that, yes, it's taking a severe hit. You know what I mean? So, come on.
And so let's talk a little bit about
when it crashed. What if? All right, a scenario.
Yes.
Or what if it does crash? Right.
Yes.
All right. So imagine the U.S. currency crashing.
Mm-hmm.
What would it look like?
So what would our, so we can think about our everyday lives. That's really
Yes.
because again, people don't give, usually, I'm just being honest, people don't give a damn if it doesn't apply to them. They may say, oh, okay, oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, exactly.
And move on
moving.
with your life.
Mm-hmm.
So, but then when it hits you, when you're actually enduring whatever the consequences are, whatever it may be, then that's when we start to pay attention. My thing is why do we have to wait until that happens?
Yeah, why not prepare now? But
Exactly.
I understand too that a lot of people don't know how to prepare.
So there you
So
go.
we're going to tell you a little scenario on how it may happen.
Okay.
Because when the currency drops, it might most likely drop during, early morning when everybody's sleeping and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So you never know when it might hit.
right.
But, imagine it hits early in the morning. You wake up, you go to work. Or you went to the ATM to, withdraw some money. Or, you went to the gas station, try to flip your gas tank. And you see...
And you try to use
Yeah,
your
you
card.
try to use your card.
Because, of course, most of us don't have cash.
Yeah, everything is more digital now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So now you swipe your card and it says decline.
Mm-hmm.
All right, it says decline. You swipe it again. Decline. Whoa, I got money in here. What's going on here? You call your bank. You call the credit card company. You want to hear something. You want answers. You're frustrated. You're mad. You gotta go to work.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's an operator that comes up and says that this no longer exists anymore. This number is no longer in existence.
Meaning
It doesn't
you
exist.
can't withdraw any money.
You can't even talk to anybody.
You can't use the card for that gas.
You are Dunsky.
What do you do then? What do you do? And if you're like myself, I'll just put myself out there for a second. I'll be lucky nowadays if I have $20 in my wallet. I am guilty of this, and I think
Exactly.
we all are of just swiping.
But that's the only way you actually know the currency has been dropped. Because if you have now, that's the only way you can tell. Your bank account, your bank card don't work, and nothing works.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what do you do?
I mean, now people's gonna say, what if you have cash? You can still use cash. Yeah.
Yep.
Temporarily.
Yep. So
Because people are gonna be more hipped on later during the day or whatever. They're gonna try to figure out what's really going on. So you can
Exactly.
get away with the paper money now, even though it doesn't value anything. But those people that don't know and is not prepared, they don't know that. So you can still go to the store, get your bread, prepare, because it's gonna be carnage. So once the currency drops, there's no more trucks coming in. There's no more food on the shelf. There's nada.
Mm-hmm.
Go look at what's going on in Venezuela.
Oh, let's talk about it. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? No, we got to stay on the currency.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said,
Okay.
we have a lot. We have a
I know.
lot
I'm
to
just
discuss.
excited. I'm excited. Okay.
Yeah. So let's talk about places like that. You know what I'm saying? Like let's think about it. You know what I mean? So you have to always keep in your thought that to prepare, you want to keep at least $100 to $200 in your house, cash.
And I would say that's minimum. A
Minimum,
good
yeah.
average, like if you really could, I would say even 5.
Yeah, I would say
If you could,
yeah.
but we know how times are. Hello,
Exactly.
we're talking about the dollar.
you
we're
might
talking about inflation.
you might end up spending the $500.
Yeah, exactly.
But-
so making sure that you always have a stash of cash.
A stash of
in
cash.
in somewhere that's obviously a secret to you and your loved ones.
Exactly.
In a
Small
safe
bills.
place.
Small bills, though. Keep in mind, small
Yes.
bills.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So there's no such thing as, I need to make change. No, you have everything you possibly need. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So as far as U.S., you know what I'm saying, the crash of the U.S. currency, at least stash a little bit of money to the side.
Okay.
Something. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
And that'll help you in that initial period, obviously,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Where
exactly.
you could still go to the supermarket and maybe buy some stuff,
Eggs,
and
bread.
things of that nature. But as
Before it
you
gets
just
swiped
said-
off the shelf,
that's what I'm
obviously,
saying. Before
because-
it gets swiped off the shelf, you just said there's no trucks coming in to
There's
deliver
nothing.
new stuff. So it's like you better make sure that you are one of the first few people there.
Exactly.
That's what that means.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So that's just a little bit about the U.S. currency. Like I said, this is supposed to be an hour show. We have eclipsed an hour.
Yeah.
But this what happens when you talk about the truth and you talk about something that you love, man, we love to research.
Yeah. And
You know
this
what
is
I'm
just the beginning, people. This is just the beginning.
It's just the first
you
show.
know, a lot of the things that we bring up, you may be like, what? Like,
Yeah,
this
like,
is,
these
it may
guys
even
are
be the
smoking
first
crack.
time. Yeah,
Yeah, like, what is
and
this?
obviously maybe these topics today you've heard of, but other topics you may not have heard
Exactly.
of. You know, and so all again that we're asking is that you keep an open mind. To the information that's presented to you. And do
just
further research.
and be more aware of your senses. If you see something that's wrong, there's no justification. You can't justify what you just saw. It's just, if somebody killed somebody, you can't say, oh, well, he killed him because he wanted to see what his blood looks like, or he wanted to see if he would survive. Like, come on, man. Like, stop trying to justify everything. If you heard something, you heard it. You heard it right. Mm-hmm. Don't second guess yourself. So that's what we're just trying to bring to the forefront. You know what I mean? Like, just be in tune.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mind,
body, and soul, man. That's it. That's it. So that's our second topic. Usually we'll get into like a health topic, you know, with the Nubian Queen.
Yeah.
But
we look forward to
that. Yeah,
we
definitely look forward to, you know what I'm saying, for her to come on the show and talk about the health tips. But you know, since like I said, we have a lot to talk about, we have to definitely, you know, exclude that for today's show. But you know, we just want to move in now. You know what I'm saying? Just to wrap up. You know what I'm saying? We just want to wrap up and tell you about, you know what I mean, like the people that we lost, things that you want to forget, you know what I'm saying, and not bring into the 2018 year.
Okay.
So, you know, like let's move in as far as our farewell, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, we want to give a farewell shout out to Chuck Berry, which is a legendary rock and roll guitarist. He passed away last year. We want to give a farewell to the man himself, the legend, Dick Gregory, which was an activist. He was an activist and a comedian. He did a lot for the conscious community, man.
He did.
You know, he was like, honestly, like a father. You know what I'm saying? Like a grandfather to me, man. Like when I listened to him, like you know what I'm saying? He gave you that truth.
He gave you that wisdom while almost
scolding
motivating you.
Yeah, scolding you, like sitting down and shut up. You know,
exactly.
Break it down.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
But it motivated you to keep, you know, to keep you on your toes.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So we also want to give a farewell to Fats Domino, which he was a rock and roll pioneer, changing the game with his pounding piano and easy baritone.
Nice.
We want to say, you know, a farewell to Dennis Banks. He helped found the American Indian movement. That, you know, he's sometime engaged in violence uprising against the U.S. government. So that include the armed occupation of Wounded Knee in 1973. So, you know, that's one of the people that you want to look at as far as a motivator to stand up for what you believe in, man. And you know, I just want to say a farewell to him as well, man, because not a lot of people will stand up to the government.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
And seeing what's going on in this world right now, man, we need more of those. But I mean, I guess fear and intimidation really kicks in most times. But this right here, I want to say a farewell to this man right here, and I want to say why before.
Okay.
So people know this is not no joke. You know, when I mean conscious, I mean people of all color. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter to me. You know what I'm saying? If you're conscious, I want to vibe with you. You know what I'm saying? I want to pick your brain. And this man pioneered, you know what I'm saying, the magazine business, you know what I'm saying? And a business owner.
Yeah.
For decades. Like, he held down an empire. You know what I'm saying? And that you know what I mean? I'm gonna get into his name. Don't you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying though, I just want to give him his just due, because you know what I mean, he's showing people the American dream of owning your own.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what I want to get across before I say his name. And that man is Hugh Hefner. You know, he's a pioneer, a founder of the Playboy magazine, and a business owner. I also want to give a shout out to Kate Millett.
Okay.
I might butcher her name a little bit, but I apologize. She was an activist, an artist, and an educator. The bestseller was Sexual Politics. She was part of the feminist movement. You know, Also want to give a RIP shout out to Della Reese. She was an actress and gospel influence singer. So, you know, a lot of people, you know, heard the line from Biggie, you know what I'm saying, obese like Della Reese. When you release, you know what I'm saying, you lose teeth like Lil C's. You know, she was also in that Harlem Nights. Harlem Nights movie with Eddie Murphy. You know, Richard Pryor, R.I.P. And she fought Eddie Murphy. Knocked his ass out. You know what I'm saying? So we want to give her a shout out, and we will also want to give a shout out to Joseph White. He's a psychologist and social activist.
Okay.
Perry Wallace, first black varsity basketball player in the Southeastern Conference. And the last but not least, man, and I don't think that they get enough notoriety and notice or anything of that sort, man. It's just attention. And I want to say, you know, R.I.P. to the U.S. troops and those and innocent bystanders that, you know, women, children, men, you know, innocent bystanders that were killed.
Yeah.
And during you know what I'm saying, this whole war and, you know what I mean, jockeying for position type of ordeal that we're going through and still going through.
Exactly.
So you know, just a moment of silence, and to those that we lost last year. Okay. Moving on.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Let's lighten up the spirits a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They made a difference. They
I was in a zone for a second.
Yeah. I mean, I had to think about everybody, and you know what I mean? Just think about the positive stuff now. Think about what they left behind. They left behind a legacy.
That's
you know what I'm saying? A blueprint to how to succeed. So let's talk about the things that we should leave in 2017.
Dun, dun, dun.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
Jump
boy.
roll. You know? Yeah, because we really need to leave a lot of things. And I could crack a lot of jokes, too, about, you know what I'm saying, leaving back.
Boy.
You know what I'm saying? Certain people, you know what I'm saying? Cardi B.
You know what I'm saying?
Boy. But I'm joking. I'm serious, but I'm joking, though. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know what I mean?
There's always some
whatever.
truth in the joke.
That's just my personal shit. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, it's always some truth. But, you know what I mean? Like, all jokes aside. You know what I mean? Because, you know, I feel as if we should definitely leave a lot of things, but, you know, I can only narrow it down to a good 5. Okay. So, number 1 on the list, you know what I mean, which everybody can agree with, leaving back negativity. You know, I don't think a lot of people know how much stress and negative vibes and frequencies can
really affect us.
Yeah.
Not affect us, but affect our health too.
organs. Yeah.
Yes.
You know.
It's
So
important to keep in mind. Always stay as positive as you can be. You see what I'm saying? Like, when you're not in the best space, when you're not in the best mind frame, you know, think about something that is positive, call somebody, you know, allowing, sometimes our own self-talk is not enough, you know, so sometimes we need that push or that support from, you know, our loved ones or a friend, whoever, you know, so pick up the phone, call somebody. You see what I'm saying? You never know what that other person is going through. Maybe they needed to hear your voice too.
Yeah, come on.
You know, so it's
Share
hard.
the love, man.
It's hard not to be negative sometimes with the world and the news, and we see, you know, people getting killed and people, you know, all these things happening, and it's sometimes it's very, very I guess not as best for us to maintain our negativity, because it affects us in so many ways that we may not understand or recognize.
Exactly.
So
losing your hair.
Yeah. So please don't age before your time.
Exactly. So negativity, we definitely want to leave in 2017.
Okay.
It's gonna be hard.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hard, but we all need some type of support. So you know what I mean, call somebody like Boobz said, and reach out, man.
Yeah.
Moving on, we want to leave back. We won't leave back Obama.
Oh,
Yo,
boy.
listen, a lot of people
Stirring
going,
up the pot,
man, a lot of people going to look at me and be like, "Are you tripping, bro?"
Okay, so
You know
what do
I'm
you
saying?
mean by that?
But I'll put it like this, man. a lot of people want to talk about him being the first black president, all that jazz. All right, I like to look at the politics. I like to look at how you're influencing the world. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
more than just that.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? And his presidency was gone. Leave him in 2017. You know what I'm saying? What the stuff that he did with African, which he was basically recolonizing Africa. You know what I'm saying? So if you're pro-black and all that good stuff, and you don't know this, well, you know what I mean? Like, come on. So you talking about being conscious and being awoke? You're not awoke to that? You know what I mean? So, like I said, I don't care about gender. I don't care about, skin color. I don't care about all that. It's the facts of what you're doing, how you're influencing the world. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? We can talk about African. We can talk about him lying about bringing home the troops, but extending the war. You know what I'm saying? Sending more troops out. You know what I mean? Come on, bro. Yeah. I mean, we can talk about that. We could talk about, you know what I'm saying, the Obamacare. Him supporting Big Pharma. Like, come on. Like, we can talk about all this, man. You know what I'm saying? And we can talk about the chemicals that Big Pharma's pushing.
Absolutely.
These vaccines. These you know what I'm saying?
That's
so
definitely going to be a topic.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be another future topic. But, like, you know what I'm saying? So this is what I'm talking about when I say leave Obama in 2017.
More than just the face. So like you said, more than just, I think, looking deeper into, yes, he was the first black president, but what is it that he did to help the people? Like you said, what does Obamacare, who did it really benefit?
Exactly. It didn't benefit. And like I said, we're not going to get into in depth of what Obama did.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? If you guys want us to talk about something like this, email us. OrganizedVybes@yahoo.com.
Yeah, that's a great suggestion. And any topic we either have discussed and you want to go into further detail, or just a topic in general that you may want us to talk about, please email that in.
Exactly. Next.
All right.
Next, mumbling rap / drug rap. So mumbling / drug rap.
Oh,
that's what,
man.
You don't think that, honestly, you don't think that we should leave that back in 2017?
Nah, dead ass. I am tired of the mumbling. I'll start with the mumbling rap because that's just, when I said earlier, music of substance. Music that makes me want to move. Music that uplifts me.
Oh, you still got something in your head.
Yeah, exactly. I'm telling you, it was a classic. But mumbling. First of all, how can I know if it has substance if I don't even know what you're saying? I mean, I am guessing more than half the words. They're just under the influence. Yeah,
that's what I call mumbling / drug rap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's all about drugs. It's all about Percocets. Yep. I mean, look how many people that died. That Percocets. Were hospitalized off lean, all these drugs. We could talk about the underground rapper Lil Peep. You know what I'm saying? So, like, come on, R.I.P. to him because he also passed in 2017. You know what I mean? So, I'm not trying to use him as an example, but I'm just trying to say honestly, man, because that was a terrible death, man. Nobody needs to lose their lives over something as petty as this. You're healthy. You don't need to be drinking lean.
Yes.
You don't need no syrup.
And think about why it's being promoted. You ever ask yourself why do I keep hearing about this? Like, why is it being promoted?
Percocets, like, come on.
You see what I'm saying? And so when we say tap into your mind, body, and soul, how can you do that if you're continuing
and what people don't know is that these drugs that they're promoting, they can change your biological structure.
Absolutely.
What I mean by that, it can feminize you. And all sorts of jazz. You see what I'm saying? So when you're promoting these type of things, you gotta really look behind these closed doors and understand what's really being brought up and being developed, bro.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, that's what we want. That's what I personally, you know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to hopefully speak for everybody else, you know what I'm saying? Looking around the room, you know?
Seriously. Even from the conversations that I've had, I feel like most people are on the same page as you.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. And, we also want to leave back in 2017, we want to leave back Steve Harvey's manhood. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was really contemplating whether I should say it or not.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? I was joking. Go on, son.
Nah, you hit me from left field, but I know exactly what you're talking about, which makes it funny.
He was looking fraudulent out there, you know what I'm saying?
Man.
I don't care how cold. I'm from New York, you know what I'm saying? I don't care how cold it is out there. We don't dress like that.
Steve, what were you thinking?
You wildin', son.
What were you
know what I'm saying? You wild out in Vegas, B.
God, that was a good one, though. I like that.
And last but not least, man, I definitely want to leave in 2017 the beef between Dr. Umar Johnson and Tariq Nasheed.
Okay.
Now I'm speaking off me following, you know what I'm saying, these people, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
On my EP, I had samples of Umar Johnson speaking and stuff like that. So
Yep.
I think highly of these guys, you know what I'm saying, and what they have brought to the conscious community and the awareness of certain things, you know what I mean? So I appreciate them. I really do love what they do. But I just think the whole spectacle online was a piece of shit. Like, I think honestly they're both pussies and you know what I'm saying? I think that's just bullshit, bro.
Well, for me, you know, when I saw it, it was almost a level of like disappointment in a sense, because
Absolutely.
you know, it's like we have stooped so low in a sense where we're talking about what we'll do to each other.
Exactly. Come
you
on.
know, like really? Like
on, man.
I mean, I was hoping for more of a dialogue, if anything.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
That's what needed to happen.
Okay.
From the beginning.
Yeah.
It didn't need. You didn't know. Nobody needed to post anything online. Now, if you wanted to be, you know what I'm saying, quote unquote G about it, there's no G point of posting you huffing and puffing online. You get no gangster points. Well, whatever points you're trying to get. I don't know what type of points you're trying to get. Talking intelligent, talking about I'm gonna put hands on somebody.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
And at the end of the day, too, what does that accomplish?
What does that prove? I'm not going to lie to anybody and say that, you know, you know what I'm saying. Oh, there's an age on fighting.
Yeah, of course.
I'm not going to say that because
no.
you know what I'm saying. Like, there's warriors that's been fighting. Look at Bernard Hopkins. He's been fighting and he's been world champion.
Yeah.
At the age of 40 or something like that. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So come on, there's no age on fighting. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's more so like the principle of
It
the
is.
matter.
It
You
is
see
the
what I'm
principle.
saying? Like you're getting upset and that
And talking
typical
about
shit
what?
where
I made hitting colors hot. Blah 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 blah. My guy, we are all on the same team.
Exactly.
That's what pisses me off.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why I said they are both pussies, man. You know what I'm saying? And this will be the first and only time they will be brought up on this podcast. But I just wanted to get that out of there, man. You know what I'm saying? If I be honest with you, I won't follow these cats ever again, man. You know what I'm saying? I'll move on and you know what I mean, and look into other people to you know what I mean, learn off and you know what I mean, stuff like that. So.
And for me, like I said,
sad,
I would
man.
have just maybe preferred, and maybe there will be, you know,
Simple call.
some type of dialogue, because it's like we're stooping so low as, you know, to say, oh, well, I have my name in your mouth. I have, and it's like, okay, at what point are we going to get to at the actual point of what's going on and how can we move forward? Because you guys do have a following. You know, you do have people looking up to you. And so what do we know about that too? And being a leader, what does that mean? You see what I'm saying? And
Absolutely.
the masses are going to follow what you say, unfortunately, in some cases. You see what I'm saying? So at what point are you spreading positivity and that knowledge?
Exactly. I mean, I would never choose between the two.
No,
Like I
that's
say,
what I'm saying.
equally.
Yeah.
Like it was idiotic, man. You know what I mean? But like I said, where's the school, man? Umar, where's the school, bro? You know what I mean? But on that note, you know what I'm saying? I like to end this show with basically a quote.
Yeah, like an inspirational quote of the day, word of the day. Just trying to, like we said, we want to leave negativity back in 2017.
Yeah, man.
So we want to kind of have a quote of the day where it promotes positivity, it promotes you to think deeper. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
and just spreading that.
And
love,
just leave.
Yeah.
Just on a high frequency level.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And like I said, it's all love. We're just delivering facts, man. We just love talking about topics that people are scared to talk about.
Yeah. So again, making this clear that the topics that we discuss are not our opinions.
Not our opinions at all.
It's not at all. It's more so, obviously, like he just said, facts. But when we get into the top, you know, the song of the day, the songs that we play, or things of that nature, you know, maybe that's where we put our little spin on it. You see what I'm saying? But
opinion.
you know, when Don't take our word and try to spread it to the whole show.
Exactly.
When we're talking about our opinion, we're talking about the actual topics of the day that we discuss, and then obviously we always will have a music segment. So that does not mean or go into that category.
Exactly.
Just an FYI.
Yeah, we we're going to keep stressing it. We're going to keep pointing it out. We're going to, you know what I mean, because a lot of people, like I said, they have selective hearing. So there's a reason why we're doing it. So if you guys get tired, like, oh man, come on again. I mean, what about the people that's listening for the first time?
Exactly.
So today's quote will be from Huey P. Newton. The revolution has always been in the hands of the youth. The youth always inherit the revolution. If you stop struggling, then you stop life. Thanks for listening, y'all.
This society is organized because of the violence that exists on the surface everywhere.
Believe this shit, take it, or let it alone, it's going down.
I'm not crazy at all, okay? Dirty is not crazy at all.
If my spirit can't connect with yours, then I don't really need to be around you.
We at Organized Vibes, thank you for vibing with us. Self-preservation stems preparation, giving us the motivation to achieve high frequencies for stimulation.
Government brainwash our people with the mind control theory. That's what they do.